Hello, so this is the Chevening Scholarship. So many of us don't know that this scholarship is largely graded by the answers to the essay questions. And I'm bringing you this guidance from a successful Chevening applicant. So we'll be looking at this guide or the essay questions and answer later towards the end of the video. So firstly, let's discuss the eligibility for the scholarship. If you meet the eligibility criteria and you answer this question satisfactorily, then you are good to go with this scholarship. This scholarship covers your tuition fees, your travel to and fro, your arrival allowance, the cost of your visa, your departure allowance, contribution up to €75 for TB testing, travel top-up allowance, and also a monthly living allowance. So it's a very prestigious scholarship that you should look into as an international student. So I'll be showing us how to apply for this scholarship in this video. If you have not subscribed to this channel, please subscribe and also like and share our videos. The first eligibility criteria is that you must be a citizen of the Chevening eligible country. So let's check the Chevening eligible countries. So if we check that, so we'll see the countries listed here. So there are a number of African countries listed here. All you need to do is to select your country. If your country is among the list of countries that are listed here. So a number of countries are listed here. Ghana, Nigeria, they are all listed here. So just check this country page to see whether your country is listed to apply for the scholarship. That's the first eligibility criteria. The second is that you must commit to returning to your home country. Then you must have at least 2 years work experience. You must hold an undergraduate degree that qualifies you for a UK master's program. We'll check that later in the video. Some programs accept a 2-2, some programs accept a 1 for their master's admission. Then you must apply to 3 different eligible UK courses. For some of us that know the Chevening Scholarship and want to apply, they may have applied for admissions already. But if you have not applied this is the scholarship timeline. So the scholarship is opening 4th of August. So and it is closing October 6th. Even if you have not applied to 3 universities yet, there's still enough time for you to apply to those 3 universities. To take roughly about 3 to 4 weeks to get a conditional or an unconditional offer. So which you will need to apply for the scholarship. So many of us that may have not applied, your first application process should be to find the UK university courses and apply to 3 different courses. So if we open that, we check the eligible courses that are funded by this scholarship. You go to Chevening Course Finders. So when you go to the Chevening Course Finders here, you search for your course of study. For example, I put here mechanical engineering. You see here that there are a number of universities one can apply to. Just pick any 3 of them. But it's just one offer letter you need. You don't need the 3 offer letters. You just need one offer letter. So you can apply to any of them. For example, let's just pick this university to apply to. Let's just check the requirements. We click here. It won't take you to the website. You can just copy the website here and go straight to the website. Okay, so the first stage is to go to the postgraduate thought programs. So when you go to the postgraduate thought programs, then you search for your course of study, maybe mechanical engineering. You search, then you find an online course. No, so this is the course which matches this course, advanced mechanical engineering. The same advanced mechanical engineering. So you can confidently click it and apply for it. So if you check the course, I want to just use this as an example to show you the requirements, the eligibility requirement or the entry requirement. So if we check the entry requirement, you see that you have to check by country. So for a UK 2-2 is accepted for UK citizens. So if you check for your particular country, just put here Nigeria, for example. So for Nigerian, see the a 2-2 is also recognized 50%, 2.5 on the 4.0 scale, 2.99 on the 5.0 scale, 4.0 on the 7.0 scale. So there a 2-2 is accepted to apply for this master's program. So once you have checked the entry requirements, you need to also check the application documents you need. So you also check the English language requirement. So if you check the English language requirement, the IELTS bandwidth of 6.5 is accepted. Then you will also see that if you read this, read more about the specific English language requirements here, you see that some countries are exempted from their, you say, check if you are already exempt. So you see that some countries are exempted from providing an English language proficiency. If you even check here, check if you already have an accepted qualification. So you check an approved high school or senior school qualification. If you check the full list, you see some countries' high school qualifications are also accepted. For example, Ghana here, a WAEC or NECO is accepted with English CCs, with CCs in English. Also for a Nigerian, WAEC or NECO is accepted with CCs also in English. So I haven't checked that. We check the documents you need to attach. So this may vary depending on the course you're applying for. So you generally need a CV, an up-to-date CV, then a degree certificate, then a degree transcript, then a personal statement. So these are the four basic documents you need just to apply for your for admissions to any of the schools. So if you have all these documents set for you, you may not need a reference letter to apply to some of the schools for admissions yet. So these are basically what you need for your admissions to any of those schools. So start your application for admissions if you have not done that. But if you have done that, good to go on this, then let's proceed to the Chevening Scholarship and what you should look out for. So if we go to the top page of apply and we go to the application guidance, you see the eligibility criteria, which we have looked into, then the application criteria, which we should look into. So the application criteria, like I said, it requires you to answer 4 Chevening questions, which I will be discussing towards the end of this video. So, and then the references. So you generally may not be required to submit your references at the initial stage, but you'll be required to submit it before the interview stage, which is the second stage of the Chevening Scholarship. So if you check the how to apply to the Chevening, you see that we see the first stage requires that you complete an online registration form. You register and create an account. And the second stage is that you must pass the eligibility checker. So here you get to answer some few eligibility questions that are listed here. Are you passionate? Are you passionate about creating a lasting positive change? These are the eligibility checker questions. How will you use the skills gained? So you can just put here all of the above. Then do you have short, mid-term, long-term career plans? Yes. Are you a citizen of Chevening eligible country? Yes. Do you have lots of examples demonstrating your leadership? Yes. Yes. Do you have an at least 2,800 of work experience? Yes. Did you complete your undergraduate degree? So you just make sure you answer the question based on the eligibility criteria that they have specified. So if you pass the eligibility criteria checker, which you should pass if you truly read the eligibility criteria, then the third stage is to make a note of the access code. So once you have followed the link in your email to continue your application, so you'll be given an access code which you should take note of because you'll be needing that throughout your application. So you should take note of the access code. So they said you will recommend taking a photo of it. Then the step 4 is that you complete each section of the application form. So complete each section of the application form, your full name, your passport number, your date of birth, your details, immigration details, passport number, your educational history, your work history. So just complete every section properly, complete them properly. So you also include some your referee details. So then you will now answer the essay questions, which I'll be discussing now. So this essay question depends largely whether you will secure the scholarship or not. Because if you do these essay questions wrongly, especially those that just go to AI tools and drop the question there, tell AI tools what they want, the AI to develop it for them, and they copy and paste it there, you will not secure the scholarship that way. So AI tool is a red flag for these essay questions. So I have attached here in this video, in the description of this video. Just go to the description of this video. You'll find this Chevening essay questions and answers. So this is from a successful Chevening applicant. So this person applied for the Chevening scholarship and was successful. So the first question talks about leadership and influence. So Chevening is looking for individuals who will be future leaders or influencers in their home countries. Explain how you demonstrate your leadership and influence and outline an example of a situation where you have used these skills to lead a team. So my teaching experience has given me an opportunity to positively influence those I tutor. I have noticed in most of the students I tutor a lack of enthusiasm towards applying theoretical. So this is so long that I may not be able to read everything. So this document discusses the 4 chevening questions that you'll be asked during the application process. So you can just download this document in the description of this video. Please don't copy and paste it for your application because Chevening has the the application details of every applicant that have applied, both past and present. So they have the details of their application. So once they find plagiarized content, it is also a red flag. So don't copy people's work. Just make sure your work is original and just use this as a guide to think about your own original work and just to write. Going back to the application process, then once you have finished with the essay questions, then the next is to apply, submit your application. And it is a very easy process. The only tedious part is to prepare your essay questions. So I wish you good luck in this application. I hope you find the best scholarship for you. So if you have not subscribed to this channel, please subscribe and also like and share our videos. Thank you.